All right, Sistas fans. Now, I made a post a couple days ago about, whether or not Zach was doing too much. The way he's been nice to Karen, like, up in the upcoming episode, he's going to get flowers and show up to the salon grand opening, but it looks like he wasn't invited. I mean, Karen already told Pam she doesn't want Zach or Fatima up in her salon. And then from there, we have the whole Zach Jr. thing and thinking about opening a trust for the kid, and Fatima's in her feelings about it. So it's just a question of, is Zach doing too much and why? Now, I think it boils down to two reasons. You can even add a couple if you really think about it. But the first reason being, Zach is giving Karen the same energy she's giving him. Now, it seems Karen is a bit in her feelings now for some reason. Like in episode 1, talking about his fade and Fatima's edges. But over the course of the 3 months, possibly, she's continued her pilgrimages over to their house to bring baby stuff for Michael. But I think that might have been nipped in the bud, because after rescuing Michael from Heather called the cops on him, and then the baby was the kid was put into foster care. So there's been no reason for Karen to come over bringing baby stuff or whatever, since Michael isn't there anymore. However, Zach probably was still cool with Karen, because remember, she was so chill in those final episodes of season 6. But then you look at what Karen said to Pam about, I don't want Zach over here because then Fatima's going to get jealous as hell and whatnot. I'm thinking there may have been moments during those 3 months where maybe Zach did a couple things for Karen. And in the same way Brian's wife felt some kind of way and then cut Brian off from Karen in that construction project, the same could have been true about Fatima getting in her feelings, feeling some kind of way about Zach smiling and whatnot to Karen. But then on the second part of that, instead of just returning the same energy that Karen was giving him, it's like I said before, maybe it's like misplaced fatherly instincts, because since Michael isn't around, and we know how Zach was, very hard on himself for not being there for his son because, well, he couldn't be. 3 months of that have passed by, and he's been like, all the love and attention and whatnot he would have been putting on Michael if he had custody of him, he's been putting it towards Karen and that baby, thinking that it's his. So that's clouded his judgment a bit. And then when you really think about it a bit further, the Brian factor comes into play, because like I said in a previous video, Brian was possibly, giving Karen all the male attention she wanted, kind of like a pseudo Aaron, since she's single and not really looking for anything, but you have this super extra nice guy who's been, offering to be there for Karen in her time of need. But then once that system got cut off, maybe Zach kind of took over that role. Fatima didn't like that. So, these two haven't interacted all that much. So Karen's like, you know what, fine. You know what, Brian, you can stay with your little jealous wife. Zach, you can stay with your jealous live-in fiance or whatever. I could do bad all by myself. I'm just going to focus on my salon. But it really makes you think about several things, like, why didn't Karen invite Zach to the salon opening? Just because she really doesn't want him there? Because of Fatima's jealousy? Who knows? But it does seem like Zach he's just one of those characters. When he's sad, he's really sad. When he's happy, he's really happy. When he's down for you, like, in terms of you're someone who's either a friend or someone close to him, he's going to ride with you. He's going to rock with you. So he's not really thinking anything too much of it. But Zach, if you look at the beginning of season 6, like his overreaction to Karen's death and then return, he does have a way of giving mixed signals. But the writers did say that they'll explain his behavior as the season goes on. So I think that Zach being nice to Karen has nothing to do with him hoping he's the baby daddy. And if he does hope he is the baby daddy, it's, in my opinion, only because he doesn't have custody of Michael, so he wants the kid ASAP. And then some people think that could lead to Fatima getting pregnant or something. I don't know. But it just seems to me that Zach being nice to Karen isn't supposed to be disrespectful to Fatima. It isn't supposed to be him trying to get back with Karen. No, it's just Zach because that's who he is. Now, should he know better? In a way, but also go back to what Fatima told Zach, like in season 5. You need to play nice with Karen. That way she doesn't try to sue you behind for child support. And I think DeVal even mentioned that during our interview as well. So, people, Zach is just being Zach. Enough said. Like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next video.